Good morning, everybody. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. If you can all just give me a second, I'm going to make sure everybody on our Discord knows where we're at and get them also on the live stream as well. And if any of you guys that are joining us from the YouTube side, if you don't want to deal with the delay that YouTube puts on, you can join us over on Discord, and there is no delay over there. All right, last tag, and then we are good to go, folks. All right. Get my screen shared. And away we go, friends. Hope you guys are all doing absolutely fantastic today. Reminder, everything we're about to do is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. Everybody on the Discord side, can you guys just let me know if you're able to see my charts? Noodles, what's going on, bud? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Quets, appreciate you. Thank you, bud. All right, man. Let's get it. And those of you guys on the YouTube side, I will try my best to respond to you guys over there, but most of our folks right now are on Discord just so that they don't have to wait for the delay. There's like a 8 to 10 second delay at times with YouTube, but there's the link if you guys want to jump over with us instead. All right, let's get it. So first up, I just had crypto up. I was just finishing posting about it. Had a really good overnight session. And I've been telling members a lot that if you guys can take advantage of the London and Asia session, you might not need New York right now, especially with the heavier volatility. And for the month of March, that continues to hold. So really easy win on ETH and Bitcoin overnight. That's almost 1.5% no leverage and 2% on ETH with no leverage. And at the moment, you can see Bitcoin is starting to reverse off of our box, as is ETH right here, but ETH has not closed below our box yet, so therefore there's no short. And then this blue box here is our monthly box. This is just what we use for aggression, and so we are allowed to take plays with inside that blue box, so hopefully that doesn't bother you. But that's not the same as over here on ETH. We're waiting for this red candle to close below, and then it would be short city over here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But right now, we're just taking profit on the longs. Tether over here on the right side is telling us to go short on crypto because Tether is already confirmed bullish. Over on the index side, we had long positions that have won out. Most people shouldn't have been playing the NQ, but it's still held nonetheless. Longs were activated on both the ES and the NQ down here. They both played out for more than the average win. The ES, we wanted 21.75 handles. It ended up running up 26 before reversing. It's still in a bullish confirmation, by the way. There's no shorts yet on ETH. And then on the NQ over here, the initial run-up was 105 handles. It went all the way to our box stack right here with the monthly, which is for 132. But at the moment, those plays are done because with our take profit system, it's either the average win or the next box, whichever comes first. And in this case, both of them, either the box or the average was hit. So the plays are done. We're retracing now on ETH, the ES for you index folks. So it's trying to put in a new long here. But the only way we can take this long, the same thing with what happened over here, is the NQ has to get into a new set of longs. And right now the NQ is neutral, potentially going to flip bearish. So that means you can't take the play. So now we sit here and wait. And it just means that the True Algo monthly system is doing its job. Again, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see this bigger blue box that's up here right there is doing its job in stopping price in its tracks. So stopping us from getting chopped up, and that's why it allowed our take profit earlier. where we're at now. If you're a US 30 person, there was a long earlier. It pushed up about 100 points and then now has reversed back out. And US 30 is about to put in a short. There was also a really good, when Bitcoin and ETH confirmed long. The US 30 also confirmed long. That was the bigger win of the day. It ended up running 220 points from the initial longs. You also had the NQ flipping as well. But at the moment, this US 30 is about to flip bearish, which means another asset. You can't hear anything? Can anyone hear? Quet said he could hear me, I believe. Audio is good. All right, so if there's an audio issue, it would be on your end. So just make sure you guys jump in and out. Cool. So US 30 is in the process. In 9 minutes from now, might put in a short. We want to make sure we have support that the shorts are good with confluence. So we'll keep tracking that. SQQQ over here is neutral. This is one of our secret sauces by True Algo. If that's the only thing you learned today is to start using the SQQQ, please do it. But right now, the SQQQ is neutral. We have done and hit nothing. Therefore, you should not be looking to be aggressive during this New York session if you're an index trader. The UVXY, on the other hand, is currently confirmed bullish, which means we should be looking to short markets. So currently bullish, look to short index futures. This means that short on US 30 could be good because part of our inverse relationship assets are telling us to look to short. Again, we do the opposite of what this says. So we'll see here. We still have 8 minutes before that close happens. SPY is currently bullish, just like the ES, that bullish candle right there closing above this box. I would much rather take the SPY all the way down to our daily system right here and ignore this bigger weekly box that's in the way. So we'll be looking for that to play out, which means we will push lower. The QQQ is confirmed bearish. So that's another reason to add things that want us to go down, not go up. And then the Russell, another True Algo members, I keep telling you, man, it's the highest performing asset that we have. Your first win was almost the average, and then win number 2 was more than the average. Win number 3 was smaller than the average, and then now potentially going to flip bearish. I don't think this is 3 ticks. Let me double check. I'm trying to see if the shorts are already activated. Nope. So just like US 30, Russell right here, you have to wait for this candle to close, and then Russell can confirm short. And then True Algo members, RWM, that's the inverse to the Russell. You can see right now it is neutral. It hasn't hit a box yet. So just like SQQQ, it is neutral. Therefore, we can't look to push into anything aggressively. And if we can get RWM to do this, then Russell will do that. And then you can get another big win. That'll also help US 30. So that's something that we can monitor. We have 6 minutes before that close happens. Russell will get it. I'm not sure about RWM. And just a reminder, guys, RWM and DOG, those two inverse to Russell and US 30, those charts clean up well at NYSE Open. The candles get way larger, and it's much easier to read once you get out of the New York pre-session. And then there shouldn't be any surprise right now because SQQQ is neutral and there's no clear move on the indexes. Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, all 4 of them are neutral right now, folks. So this means there's not really much to do. Okay, so don't sit there and beat yourself up trying to get into plays because these big 4 are telling you to do absolutely nothing. DXY is currently neutral, so there's no reason to look at anything in the Forex side because if DXY is neutral, then there's not going to be anything of a high probability. DXY was bullish 10 minutes ago and then now hit our box and flip neutral. So if you can find shorts, then there's a potential for that, but you could get chopped up a bit. Commodity, folks, this is over here. This is gold. Gold is currently neutral. We're hitting boxes, can't do anything. Silver is trying to flip bearish off of this little area. Okay, Gold and silver were pretty beautiful overnight, but right now gold and silver are telling you to pretty much back out of the way. Silver is trying to short though. We're in a red box. We're trying to produce a new set of shorts right here. I'm going to check GLL. That's the reverse of gold. So I'm looking for this to be bullish because we can see this box flipping gold bearish. And right now you can see GLL, there's nothing. It's neutral. And GLL could flip bearish here, and that would make gold want to push up. So the next thing would be checking really quick ZSL, which is the silver's version. Remember, silver is trying to flip bearish up here, so we would be looking for ZSL to flip bullish, and another ETF, guys, that is neutral. You have not hit a box yet. So markets are just telling us to back off. And then the last thing we can check for commodities is oil. So we can pull up SCO for the inverse relationship, looking for this to be bearish because over here on the right side of our screen, we've got, because of how aggressive oil has been this week for all of you in the retail world, just want to show you guys. If you were, like Megan, you were with us last week too. We were live last Friday, guys. This was before oil broke, and you don't have to believe me. I'm still going to tell you what happened. Anyone here that's a current member can say I'm lying to you all. I will not be offended. I will not ban them, but we don't lie to you guys. Those of you guys that were with us last week, this is what we did live together. All of you that were with us on Friday. This is the longs on oil. And just to show you guys again, like how good our system is for potentially predicting war at this point. The blue box here is our monthly box on oil. These candles look small, but guys, remember this is $70 a barrel, and up there is 110. And then that was the first one that we did in London session, and then right here is the one we did live together Friday. And I just want to show you something in what we teach you guys. Like when you close above our monthly box, you are now trending bullish on the month, which means go for it. Like it's gone. Okay. We took this live with you all last Friday, and then sure enough, you get into our green monthly trend box, and then they announce war, and you had quite the opportunity because once you're closing the green, 80% of the time for the month, you'll go higher. With all that being said, with no doom and gloom, this we did on Sunday with members. I told them in less than 24 hours, the goal was to get back down to 75. I had to apologize to them because we only got to 76. That was from up here. And from there, oil pushed down and then right back to our monthly, reflects back off. That's the blue. And then now we're sitting here chopping in red and green. It's a much harder area to play price on oil. And at the moment, oil is in a winning long because this is a green candle confirmation from this box. And then what I was trying to show you earlier is one thing that can help you on oil is using SCO. So when this confirms bullish, was there a bearish confirmation? And then on this candle, it flipped neutral. So you didn't have the support to take it. Again, oil is a harder asset to trade right now. We're honest about that, but our system is very good about catching the trends. The same thing happened on gold and silver in January when we spiked to all-time highs. But you don't have to believe me. Just what I'm saying. ETH and Bitcoin, and then I'll go back to index futures. Just a reminder, you guys see, remember ETH when we started this stream was bearish down here. I told you it has to close below the box before we can short, and it is now green back in the box. So if you want to avoid chop, there you go, man. There is no confirmation to short just yet. And now we will wait and chill a little bit. We're 1 minute from the close, and I'll update. Any questions that you guys have, please let me know. Those of you on YouTube, I answered your question for metals. QQQ, it's right here. Jatine, you need to come on back, bud. QQQ is bearishly confirmed. So is the NQ. Well, sorry, it missed it by, I think, a couple of ticks. There's the confirmation right there, but it's 2 to 3. US 30 is, guys, in a new active short. So looking for this to play out on US 30. You do have support that UVXY is bullish. The NQ missed. I mean, it's hard to tell, like whether it's 1 or 2 ticks. Either way, you can't take the play, but you have the support on it. Russell, folks, you guys should be confirmed bearish too. You are. So US 30, Russell, QQQ, and US, the UVXY are supporting your shorts right now. See if dog is also long. So you're looking to see if this green candle closed long above the box right now. Come on. Nope, it's neutral too. So again, these shorts can slow down. They can also lose. And then the ES and NQ, we can't short either one of those. And then all the other asset classes, there's no close till the 30-minute mark anyways. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, one of the funnest parts on oil was just, what is it? The chart. Come on, brain. On this one is, it was being live with them all here on Monday, and we need to, because we record all these streams and we put them on the learning platform, and then I'm busy doing this with members rather than, if I had the time to just go through all the videos and extract all this out, you guys could see that we say it or just join us. But it was this call here that when, I guess you guys are all here. Just give me a second. We have to wait on everything anyway, so just want to show you guys the support we try to provide with you all when everyone is probably absolutely beyond terrified at markets. All right, here it is. So we have a couple of channels in our Discord that only I can post in. And here's the three of them. We posted Sunday right when futures open to give people, just so you guys can see. And then you'll see the only level on oil that I gave them. You can see the timestamp too. And then you see that level at 106.4 on oil, most important level right now. You can see when it was posted. And then that was right here, or sorry, posted here. And then just to show you guys how insane this is 106, but reminder, I said 106.4. That close is 106.98. 4 hours later, you close at 103.4, and from there, it's nothing but down. And this is the one we did live on stream later that day. But the coolest thing was just telling all of them that 75 is next, which is this note right here. First, telling them oil will go to 81.26. Look for 79 to stop shorts and produce longs. If not, we're going straight to 75. We went straight to 75. And then we did exactly what this said and produced longs off of the True Algo monthly box. So if you're a swing trader, we got you. Because obviously, a lot of people can't even handle the margins on some of these commodities. Mystery, dog is the inverse relationship to US 30. And also, if you type it in, it'll pop up as the pro shares like this. See, pro shares short the Dow 30. You also can just type in pro shares and it'll pop up for you. And then Ace's question is, can I ask you, oil is bearish, but gold and silver remain neutral. Why is that not moving? I guess my better question for you, Ace, is why would gold and silver have to move the same as oil? Can you tell me why? By the way, I'm not being sarcastic or trying to do a gotcha. I am more wanting to find out why he thinks if oil is confirmed some way that the gold and silver must go the other way. Okay, cool. And this is how I can help him or help the rest of you. So he's saying because gold and silver and oil are a commodity, shouldn't they be moving in the same direction? The same thing could be said about like the stock market, like the top 7. I mean, they own almost 40% of the stock market now at this point, but they don't ever all go the same direction at New York Open or through the New York session. So we can make that presumption because anytime we see a little bit of movement in the same direction, we automatically like, oh man, gold and silver and oil are all moving the same. So if gold is bullish, that means I can take a long on oil, and it's like a fast way to get wrecked. Gold and silver move very similar to each other. Oil is independent. It does its own thing. Even with our system, Ace, watch, I'll pull up gasoline. You would think that like that would be exactly the same. And if you look, they move pretty much the same as each other, but there's no extra confluence on box closes to increase your win or loss rate. I mean, gasoline was perfect there. Oil stopped right at our weekly box. Offered shorts together. But if you look at these two, they do not move identical to gold and silver. But here's the thing, Ace, if I were you, if you're someone who watches commodities, what would be better for gold and silver? Let's say they're neutral and you can't get into an idea, but you want to trade commodities. Then look at copper and platinum, because those should be going the same direction because they're at least the precious metals. At least they're in the same category of the commodities for you. So here's copper and platinum. I have no idea how they performed today, so we'll see in just a second. And we can see copper was perfect shorts into full take profit, into longs, into shorts. And every single one of them have won so far. So copper is batting 100% today. Really small win just now. And then platinum, not so good. And one of the cool things, yeah. And the only other thing I would tell you, Ace, sorry for only talking to him, the rest of you guys can ask questions too, is that's why I was showing you on oil, just use SCO, especially if you're someone who's active during the New York session starting at 5 a.m. This asset opens, and this can help you build bias and direction for where you should go, because this will move the opposite of oil. And it's much better to find an asset that moves the opposite of it rather than trying to find an asset that every now and then moves the same direction. Because I can assure you, the markets will punish you, making you think they always move the same. It's the same thing with the ES and NQ. Can't we all agree they move similar to each other or the same? But the amount of times that we are live with our members that we watch, the ES and NQ diverted, were divergent yesterday and the day before. Kenneth, am I wrong? And so like, they're not going to be divergent like massive, massive candles from each other, but you'll have a candle that closes green when the other one closes red. So I highly suggest you use our inverse related assets first. So he's now asking, can I see DXY against gold? This is what gold looks like right now. Here, you can see gold's trying to push up bullish. I guess I have gold next to each other by itself. There we go. This is silver and gold. So this is what gold looks like. And then he's asking about DXY. So here's DXY next to it. And this should stop Ace's question before anyone else wants to say it or him. Most people think, and then Ace, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Most people think whatever direction DXY goes, gold and silver go the opposite. And as you can see, they're both green right now. You can let me know if I'm wrong, Ace, if that's what you're going to say. And one of the reasons why they're both bullish is because look. And now look. Even though the presumption is whatever DXY goes, commodities will go the opposite. That is untrue when you have our system. It will show you potentially when those things are going to diverge. But right now, DXY, it is neutral, just like gold is. But what I'm trying to show you is they're both green, which most retail traders are unaware of because that's wrong. They should be, one should be red and one should be green. It's like, nah, man, the boxes are telling you. We flip both bullish off the same box at the same time. So again, our system really, really helpful about, I guess, seeing through things. For any of you guys, I mean, you're not members. You're going to tell me that the boxes are hard. It's a lot to process. Listen, man, trading's hard. So once you get over that fact that it is hard, yeah, our system is not designed to be the easiest thing to learn in the world. That's why we do this live, to help you. All right, Megan said, when we look at Forex pairs, we use DXY. Yeah, Megan, or for anyone who's a Forex person, you use DXY for everything. So DXY is the decider. So when DXY open and hit our box above right here, about 1 or 2 hours before London Open, you should only be looking to long Forex pairs. If you're on the 6 series, every single 6 series right here, you should have been looking to short. Now, if you're a prop firm trader or you're trading it on the CFD because that's what's available on your broker, that would still be true, where right here you are looking to long every single 6 series and every CFD, except if it starts with USD. So if you're trading the UJ or the UCAD, then you go the same direction. So I'll show you, like right here, and this would have been at basically midnight USA time. The UJ, you should have been looking to short, not look to long. And then I'll show you. Ta-da. Aha, and there's a double stack box here too. Boom. So that looks a lot cleaner. And then right here, you can't long the UJ. You see how there's no box? But if you're like, well, wait a second, why is this not going down all the way to the next box? Well, that's because DXY, look, DXY is hitting the box. Therefore, this play is done. Also, you have the stats here to help you produce the short win that you're looking for. 408, average is 345. So you already got the full average win. I'll show you what I mean. I might not have it saved on here. Oh, I do. Nope, that's the 6J. Let's do this together. 345. There you go. And then stop is 239. Less than 30% of the time you will be cut out over here. If you guys are watching all these poly market posts, you'll see that a lot of those new bots that people are programming, as long as the bot has a 59% win rate, it is profitable. But most retail traders, you guys want to win 100% of the time. That is unrealistic and does not exist in markets. But 59%, you can bat pretty well. What 6 series? It's always the same ones, Noah. So like 6E, which is the euro, the pound, 6B, the 6J, which is the yen, and then the 6C, which is Canadian. And then every now and then I have a video in there, Noah, on the Getting Started program, like the very first set of videos you guys watch. If you click it, it shows you exactly how to look at the Forex series, as well as pick which one might be best based off of how aggressive or weak it is against DXY. But it's a quick video too. It's not long. Yeah, Ace, I remember you saying that the other day. Like when you ask us to improve, I don't understand what you mean. And anyone feel free to step in if you think I'm wrong. I won't be offended, but at least I have a reason for what I believe. So if you guys see what he's saying, here's gold, CME, and then here's XAU. When he says, can we improve? If you look at these two charts, I don't know what I need to improve except for the fact that your broker decides to change the price of this asset whenever they want. And it's not realistic. Every single one of these brokers that you guys use on the CFDs, read their disclaimer very closely, and you will learn a lot about what they do with their spreads and their data. This is the one to rely on. And for any of you guys that are on CFDs, like, you are going to be much better long-term staring at this chart and making your decisions on this one, and just turn the boxes off, because you should only be worried about what this price thing says over there in relationship to what the candles close over here. There is nothing to improve on this. It went beautiful with our system. This is Owanda. This is exactly what True Algo is telling you. It still did its job. Even if you're not using the CME futures, it literally did its job. And even up here, when it did confirm above, gold lost there too. What you should be doing on all these plays during XAU is looking at silver, which would be XAG to help you. And Kenneth is correct. You're welcome, bud. But all I'm trying to say is there's nothing for us to correct. If you're wanting the price to be identical from the XAU to the GC1. We can't do that. We don't set the spreads. Those prop firms will try to set those spreads for you. Oh, sorry. I'll stop. And I also, Ace, I'm not trying to pick on Ace because I'm pretty sure he's a previous member. Do you guys see what his message said? It can teach you a lot about markets, like real markets, and like also the arbitrage that's going on right now. You see how he said, he's not talking bad about our system. He's saying the XAU and gold, they move differently at times. That's what my point about your brokers that you guys are playing on. That's why we don't rely on Owanda, FXCM, all those different brokers. We use the CME for a reason, because every one of those brokers set their own spreads the way they want. Therefore, price moves differently. But if you think about it, that doesn't make sense because they should all be moving off of the CME charts. And that's why every broker usually wins over time. And they push you to cheaper brokers. For instance, you don't need to have a data feed to be on Owanda. Again, they put that paywall, even small though at times, to get you guys away from better performing assets. Yep, and you'll notice now, Ace, the only reason why we used Black Bull was whenever there was an issue with TradingView not loading up the futures, which, by the way, has been fixed. And that was only after a holiday. That does not exist anymore. Otoro killed it, or killed the fix, thankfully. I do enjoy the conversation, though, with all of you, so please keep the questions coming. Quick update, because we're now 30 minutes in. I'm sorry to bore you. The stocks, none of them have budged. Remember, neutral, 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 neutral. And as you can see, nothing has changed and or happened in markets. We're still sitting in the identical spot we've been in. The US 30 is starting to retrace up a little bit. And they do have one change as of 2 minutes ago. So now I want to show you guys something. The ES is now in a bullish confirmation. You guys see this right here? That is a bullish candle close above that box. You can't take the long, but we do know that it's bullishly confirmed. Why is this a big deal? Well, the ES is telling us to go up. US 30 and Russell are telling us to go down. So True Algo members, what does that mean? Kenan, hope you're doing well, bud. I remember you too. All these old faces, man. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So if ES and Russell and US 30 are confirmed the opposite, it means something is going to lose. So if you are not in anything right now, this is a good time to stay out of anything. You don't have to be in an idea, guys. So True Algo is now telling you staying in this idea is probably going to hurt. And then reminder that the SQQQ is still neutral right here. You'll see, hasn't popped the box yet. And therefore, you should just remain neutral. And then you can enjoy not getting chopped up during this New York session. RWM is still neutral as well. Forex, folks, you might get shorts here on DXY. It's going to be right at New York Open, though, like literally on the New York Open. But Forex tends to not have as much volatility as soon as the session starts. But if this candle does close red, you guys help me or Megan, anyone else that we were just talking about. If DXY closes red, then what do you look on for all of the 6 series, everybody? If DXY closes red, then all of the 6 series would be, and that answer would be bullish. So you look for longs. Correct. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the answers. And then the only thing that would be bearish like DXY would be what 2 assets primarily. So what other assets would you look to short? And it would be the one that's up on the screen because it starts at USD or the UCAD. So what you can do is to try to see if either one of them is going to produce a short. And you'll notice here, guys, on the UCAD, I'm going to pull up the CFD because it starts at USD. The 6 series will be the opposite. So like this is the UCAD. You should be looking to short. And it's hitting the monthly. And by the way, that's beautiful. Monthly short. Hits our box. By the way, this is really cool too. Just seeing this. And then people who then want to push up, then get penalized because you didn't get to our box yet. Also, for any of you gap traders, like, look, there's that gap. You guys want that gap to be filled but then you don't know how far you want to take it down for profit. You can combine those techniques. Look, there's your gap fill. Then you guys short again right here. There's your take profit on it. And then now push up. And for all you liquidity traders, you get long from right here. And then you push up. So again, you guys don't have to leave your techniques, but our system either will provide the take profit or provide the entrance to help build confidence in what you guys are trying to do with all of those concepts. And you'll see here, so this might potentially look for another short, and then, but if you flip it and you look at the 6 series, the Canadian, the 6C would be bullish because this starts with Canadian, not with USD. So down here, is there a box? Drum roll, please. It should be the monthly, I would imagine. Yep, and there you go. By the way, the 6C was perfect too. Gold and silver is still chopping up in our boxes. Again, nothing to do. Oil, that play's already done. It's already traveled. Reminder, the full average win on oil is 83 points. It has traveled 83 points, and now it's just messing around. And then we're still chopping up here. You should have seen me yesterday, Ace. You can ask them. I was literally going through my own little FOMO with them live. Like, we are not immune. I did not do it, by the way, but I did talk to them about why I was looking for the reasons to do something and not waiting. And instead, I waited, and then I talked out loud about I feel like a genius right now because it was going exactly the way we thought. And then I felt like an idiot because then it started going against my idea. I didn't take any of them. I was just literally talking out loud about what you shouldn't do because I was thinking about doing it. And by not doing anything and just talking about it, I suffered no loss. And I was not right nor wrong, so it was nice. But you guys are not the only ones that go through that stuff. It's human. I'll be right back in like less than 2 minutes. Hold on, someone's on YouTube. What am I missing? Question, it's what's the minimum bankroll I need besides a membership to start trading in the system? Are you still here, Nova? I guess I'll still answer his question or their question. Oh, yeah, they are. So his question is, and this is important for the way you guys view us compared to where you're going to view something else. And I'll try to be as honest as possible with my answer. So the question is, what is the minimum bankroll I need besides the membership to start trading in the system? He's not going to like my answer, but I want to be abundantly clear. You don't need any money to start bankrolling, to start learning to use our system. Like, guys, we are very specific about our disclaimers. Like, you see all those other fake traders out there that get exposed. We at least admit to you, everything I'm showing you right now is from an educational and entertainment purpose only. What you decide to do with that information is totally up to you, but I am just here to educate and hopefully entertain every now and then. And so when you're talking about bankrolling, I mean, you can demo trade just like crazy and have no issue with that. But for those of you guys that are trying to bankroll your accounts, man, like, you need to learn how to use our system before you decide to make any decision besides educationally. But also, even if there was a number that I could give him, the number for him won't be the right number for someone else. Like, whenever you guys do start to dabble in markets, like, you can play a prop firm for $50 a month. You can open up an options contract on Thinkorswim for $50. Like, you can demo trade for free. So I'm sorry I don't have an answer for that, but I feel like it would be a big disservice to tell him a number because it wouldn't be true. We are 6 minutes from the next close. And I apologize that markets are doing nothing. I'm saying sorry for something I don't control. I can't make the markets inject volatility. We don't have... The reason why markets aren't moving is we don't have confluences confirmed. If the ES and the NQ and US 30 were all bullish, which they're not, and you had bearish confirmations on the SQQQ, everyone here would be loving life because we would be up tremendously. But the ES is bullish, the NQ is neutral, US 30 is bearish, and SQQQ is neutral. Therefore, markets aren't going to budge. You're welcome, Nova. And your best bet, Nova, would be just come over to the Discord and then ask them. But I mean, our members, they're going to tell you the same thing. Like, we've had people that have 5-figure and 6-figure payouts. The number one person on FTMEO. We have people that are in the 1% of their prop firm now on live accounts. And then we have people who are just happy to get a 3-figure payout from the prop firm to get past the 2% wall. Every single person's situation is different. And many times you guys want to do what you see someone else and you put that wall in front of you, and those walls don't usually get broken. So it has to be something that's good for you, man. I do think it's true that if you can't be disciplined for 6 months and turn $50 into $500, if you think you're going to turn 500 or 1,000 into 10,000, you are wrong. It won't happen. I know this not because I'm trying to, if you want to take it as a challenge, please do, because either way I win. Either A, you win and you do great, or B, you lose and I told you so. If 98% of traders can't pass the payout version of a prop firm, again, it's about 1.8% that can get the payout, then you're statistically not going to be that person. So that's what I mean by my answer is Nova. It goes for all of you. Statistically speaking, I could tell every single person here you're going to lose because 98% of the time you're going to lose. Does that make sense? That's why I can't give you a number, bud. I'm not trying to offend any of you. I'm just speaking on statistics. Which is why our system is built on not doing what the other 95% of traders do. It's probably what you're seeing too right now with the system about whether we do something or not, or waiting on confirmations. That Russell and US 30 play are still holding as of right now. Again, we're in retracement inside of the box. My dog is this new obsession of trying to sit in my lap while I do this with you all. At least it's better than them trying to bite the power cord on the monitor, so I'll take that. The markets are dead right now. What'll happen is towards New York Open, everybody, like 2 minutes before New York opens, so right at 9:28 a.m., you'll see Apple specifically and Microsoft, they usually kick into gear. We are very close to having confirmations across the board. So maybe they'll kick in with some bearishness and we can get some shorts activated on a couple more. Try to get the SQQQ up here. But for any of you guys that are with us for the entirety of today's session for Friday, and when you guys leave this stream with us, because we'll leave after the New York Open, when you guys take the New York Open session, and if you're not a member, make sure you guys are watching SQQQ. The only thing is, like, you don't have the data package probably that the SQQQ requires. It's like $2 a month for the NASDAQ side. But just take this note with you going forward. If you guys see the SQQQ pushing up, the only thing you should be looking for is shorting every index you can find. That's all you have to watch. Now, here's the thing. When we get to this box that you don't have, that box is going to cause us to take profit on our shorts. If we extend through that box, then you trail your shorts further and further, or open new shorts potentially. But all you guys got to do is just watch this SQQQ. And I guess for today, if SQQQ closes above 72.6, you can use that as a sign that shorts are going to be really good. You can see now that we're pushing down, because that's the only thing that we have active over here on US 30 and Russell. Those are the two. And Russell's about to put in a new low on this one. We'll see if we can get to the 50% point, and then from there you can shift your stops to break even to protect your idea, and just let it run into the New York Open and see if the volatility kicks in and just drops it short. The other thing that we're watching, True Algo members, is what did I tell you should happen today? Statistically speaking, what should happen? And or what I'm looking for to happen is, and there's the next confirmation, by the way, the NQ is now bearish. So this is another asset to support the shorts that we're looking for on Russell and US 30. You don't have it on SQQQ. You are short on QQQ. So Jatine, if you're still here, bud, that's the NQ is now confirmed with it. It just means there's a higher probability we're going to push down here, which there's a new low on your Russell short. You just got to be patient. Okay. So Russell folks, you are in profit. And for any of you prop firm traders or guys, most traders are so terrified right here. You guys see how we entered into the idea. It retraces against you. You get really scared. Look at this number right here. Average retracement, 35. So like when you open the play, you should already be prepared that it's going to point 35 points against you. Let's see how far it went. I do not know, but I'll show you. 29. So you still had about 15% more before you even got to the average point that we tell you it's going to retrace this much already. Okay, and now currently this play just, I think, tapped the 50% point. Yeah, 76 points. The average is 77 points. So it's literally 50%. So on this idea, you take your stop now, in theory, and just move your stop to break even. And let the play run. Some people you can, if you took multiple contracts, you can chop some off when you're practicing. But like, listen to me. This is what a lot of traders don't understand. You guys think if you don't close the play here and this play reverses against you, you're losing money because you were up. It was green. And now you lost because you got stuck at break even. This is one of the bigger mistakes that retail traders make the longer they're in markets. You will be blown away by how many times this happens and you think it happens every time, when in reality it does something usually more like this. Sorry, that was a really bad drawing with my mouse. And then you always tell yourself, I wish I would have put more in, or I wish I would have held. Stop wishing and instead just start protecting your ideas. Be okay being taken out at break even. And for the record, and the True Algo members know this as I try to teach them this, guys, how many days a week do you need that to happen? Even if every single day you get chopped out at break even, how many days or how many plays do you only need to run once for 3, 4, 5 times the average, where you actually hold it? And BK is correct. You just need one, because it'll run 3, 4, 500 points. On the NQ, you could get 500 handles. But we as retail traders are constantly taking profit too soon. And one of the easiest ways to stop taking profit is protect your position rather than keep continuing to close your positions. US 30 also put in a new low on that current idea. Notice that like the NQ, guys, this isn't a valid position because the ES is in a bullish confirmation. We are hitting a take profit on the NQ. You guys see the box reacting price immediately, which is why we're reacting right now on US 30 and on the Russell. We should still go lower, by the way. The reason why, also the RWM hit a box too right here. But the reason why is this SQQQ, guys, has not gotten to the box. So if you guys will watch this live with me, this is going to happen, which means we go lower. Once we get to this box, that will decide whether or not we continue to go short. Okay? But we should continue to go further down until this asset pops that box. You guys with me? Yes, no? Feel free to ask questions. I'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. You guys see it happening? Yes, no? See how the SQ is almost there? And there's your lower low. SQQQ is almost there. Russell, folks, you guys are slowing down just a little bit, again, because that RWM is already there, but you see everything else going well? There's a new low on US 30. We always talk to you guys about people can say whatever they want, and it's about doing it live and saying before it happens. This is what we try to do with you guys when you're a member here versus where you guys have come from other places. We will always give you your best, we will always give you our best is what we try to do. So congrats, folks, for any of you guys that are playing around on markets with us. But you guys see, like, many of you in trading, like, even just that little push right there that we just said, like, for someone like me to tell you confidently markets are going to go up, or sorry, like the SQQQ is going to go up, that little drawing that I gave, which means these are going to go lower just because that needed to happen. And I didn't say it would not go up there, you know what I mean? Like if you're saying like it's a 50-50 or blah, blah, blah. We really do try to help you guys in live environments about what price is going to do and then what it does. We don't give you the 50-50 because 50-50 is not going to help you. You already got that from everywhere else. All right, the question is, can we look at crypto? Unfortunately, Joe, we're still waiting for ETH to confirm. Now, listen, ETH is neutral. Like Bitcoin is bearish and Tether is bullish. So like you're totally fine on those two. We're just waiting to see ETH close too. But just showing you, like, remember, you have to have two layers of confluence. Bitcoin is short. Tether is long. Tether is now neutral, but this was totally appropriate. You don't have to not short because you're waiting on ETH. It's just that's the higher probability when ETH confirms too. The only reason why you wouldn't be able to take these shorts that are active on Bitcoin is if Ethereum was still long and it wasn't. It was neutral. But right at New York Open, you can get new shorts activated too, bud. And there's your full win live, everybody, on US 30. Congrats. There you go. Box to box. 120 points. You're welcome. Oh, what a day. What a day. The craziest thing is, like, we do this with you guys to help everybody, and then we still have these dang naysayers that are just like, do it live. Man, we do. We are here to help you, man. I know you guys have gotten beat up by everything out there in the world. Look at the take profit live. You guys see it? It's gnarly, right? We are not, like, just so you guys are aware, the way markets, we perceive that they work, right? Because we still can't even say that we're right. You know what I mean? We would never say that we move the markets. We are the market maker. First of all, none of us in this room, unless you are a hedge fund and you traded a 9-figure position, then you ain't moving markets. You're just moving with them. Okay? But that is our goal. You guys look live. You tell me why. Someone please tell me why it's stopping there. And you're going to insert some random concept, changing the time frame. And also, as you and your brain are trying to figure out what concept fits the narrative, our system already has the box there for you to take profit at. That's why it's the best out there. And I mean it, man. We've got confluences you got to build. You got to learn to use our system. You got these live streams to help you. But man, look, guys, like, it's live. The candle is getting eaten up alive because our box was hit. Also, True Algo members, it is a triple confirmation at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4 with SQQQ. 4 different assets hitting a box at the same time. And instead of saying that we are moving the markets, we are simply moving with the markets, which is what you want to do. You do not want to move against them, and you don't ever want to say you're the one moving them, because that's another way to lose real fast too. And then Kenan, did I miss your question? I see you guys added a few more confirmations, the inverse thing from time I was here. I like how the system... Yeah, Kenan, I appreciate you saying that. And again, shout out to one of our members, Mike. He's been really good at this. Most of you guys are going to trade during the New York session. Let's be honest. That's when you guys are more active. So on the inverse relationship assets, that's the thing why traders struggle so much, or sorry, one of the many reasons, again, you got the DAX stacked against you, is that New York starts to activate at 5 a.m. The entire market gets introduced when you think Asia and London are by themselves. You guys see the pickup off that? It's crazy. And so we continue to evolve by adding more inverse relationship assets because they are the best thing ever. Guys, look at it. Do you see how SQQQ operated off the box? Do you see how I told you we would go higher on SQQQ and we would go lower on everything else? It was until that happened. And now, boom, take profits hit, plays are done. Russell, you might be frustrated because it only pushed down 111 points or 14 points live with you guys. That's still 114 points. The average retail traders is netting between, on an asset like Russell, maybe 20 points. So it's still 5 times your average. Sorry, 5 times your average. This is another reason why we're stopping, because RWM needs to extend above. Again, these inverse related assets are so good to help you move between markets. My gold and silver folks, look, you are trapped. You avoid all of this chop right now where retail traders are literally getting eaten alive. We can't do anything. It's neutral. And for any of the oil lovers out there, look, Megan, you still here? Guys, look, no BS. Look. Just a nice 6R 256 point move live. I totally understand if you're not in it. That's not the point. The point is, like, did the system do as it says and what we've done with you guys live? 100%. Ta-da. Also, that candle is extreme. Like, that is, ugh. When I say extreme, that the size of that candle is already 3 times our average win, which doesn't happen normally in markets. Crypto folks, you guys are taking profit because, like, tether right here, Joe, so don't jump the gun. Just be patient. That tether is going to cause Bitcoin and ETH to be more neutral on the New York Open. So please don't be over aggressive on crypto for the New York Open. You guys also tend to slow down a little bit at New York Open. DXY is not going to confirm bearish here at the New York Open, which is in 2 minutes. Unless this candle closes red, you can see now it's going to close green if it were to close right now. And therefore, there is no play. And remember what I said to you guys about 2 minutes before New York Open? Apple and Microsoft would kick into gear. Ooh, Ace, are you here? This is such a good opportunity. All right, Ace, you guys remember what he said about commodities, yes? Because they're commodities, they move in the same direction. And the exact example I said, you would think the same thing about the big 7. Look, what an example. Apple, down. Microsoft, up. Wait a second, they're stocks. Don't they go in the same direction? Hell no. So use that going forward, that, like, it's so much better to just find the asset that we use that's inversely related, that goes the opposite, rather than trying to force confluences that don't exist in markets consistently. So because it's a part of the same asset class does not mean it's going to move the same way. New York's just about to pop. There will be no new play, by the way, on indexes. You are neutral on the ES. You are neutral on the NQ. You are neutral on the SQQQ. So a bunch of hurry up and wait there, folks. QQQ is telling us to be short still. So is Russell. RWM is telling us not to be. Microsoft's going to open bullish right over here for calls. NVIDIA is neutral. Apple's neutral. Amazon might open for puts right here at open. We'll see. Come on, man. If I can hit the button. This should open for puts. Microsoft open for calls. DXY is going to open neutral. Gold and silver are neutral. Oil is neutral. Crypto, it does look like ETH is going to print those shorts. Just be careful because reminder that Tether is neutral right now. You do have shorts on Bitcoin and ETH. And away we go. See if you guys can hold US 30 here for the full average. That should be the full average. Yeah. Well, 147 points is the full. Did we hit it? Ta-da. There you go. There's your full average win now. Now, if you just leave your stop at break even, man. Remember what I said? Let it trail. You guys watch it live. You tell me. There's another 70 points. Again, from the 120 to 170. Sorry, 50 points. See if the Russell. And there's your, that's still right there. 134 would be Russell. See if we can get Russie to go to the full average. RWM is extending above, which is a good sign. There's another new low on US 30. There's 176 points on it. Meanwhile, you have a divergence on the NQ and ES right now. What a day. Those puts on Amazon won at open, as you guys can see. A massive $1.67 drop. And then even Microsoft going against the grain, we had calls, remember what I showed you? And look, calls playing out. Calls about to take profit on Microsoft. You guys see how like we can bounce around assets just to, you can do what works for you. DXY did open neutral. You see how we didn't close bearish below the box. Therefore, there are no shorts. So you just remain off that. Commodities, you guys got to chill. There is no play. Crypto folks, see if you guys can continue to push down further and further for the average wins. Russell, new low. Again, trying to get right here is the average win. QQQ looks good to help us. See if we can get that one live. We did get another new low. It's 180 points now on US 30. True Algo members, remember what I told you guys? And you told me about the trend. I told you Thursday will be the day. And if we can trend bearish now, oh, it's going to be a good day. There's almost 200 points now. Yep, there's 200 live, by the way. No BS. Wait till that SQQQ gets above this box, and we will go into full send mode to the bearish side, everybody. There's 200. The ES and the NQ right now are at their last-ditch effort to try to save the bulls, so to speak. And again, it's because of the SQ. Get SQQ above, and then markets will drop quite aggressively, everyone. By the way, there's your full average win on the Russell live. Again, average win 134. You guys can call me out if you ever see or smell BS, but we are not built that way with True Algo. Congratulations on the wins. Beautiful day. Oops, I don't want to get that little box up there. Nice. If I don't have that, they're not going to see it. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is NYSE. It just opened 3 minutes, bud. If you guys are on YouTube, I am not currently looking at that chat. I'm looking at Discord, so sorry. I apologize. So just give me a second. Excuse me. Beautiful. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to handle something on my own side. Anytime like you see me stop moving on my screen, I'm trying to do something, so just give me a second. Also, there's nothing to do but just let the play continue to run in your favor. And by the way, look at that divergence on NQ, man. That's wild. Ace, if you're here, it's just, again, another good example, but about the presumptions we make as traders that assets that are a part of the same class must move the same direction. And it's not. You know what I mean? Amazon, those puts played out real fast and then took profit at our box. Nothing. And crypto, you guys are retracing back up right now. Again, remember what I was saying about that tether can be a big issue because tether wants to reverse bearish, meaning we reverse bullish. So crypto folks, try to sit on your hands a little bit. It'll help you. Kenan, if you guys are talking about audio, I wasn't really talking into this. I wonder if it's because it's recorded. The Ace, I'm still confused on what you're saying. The New York session opened 6 minutes ago. My Chew, you're asking if gold is neutral. Gold and silver are neutral. Or Reedy, man, I remember you from before, bud. I am not answering that question. That is not my job. So any of you guys that ask, is the NQ a buy or sell right now or any other asset? Like, I can tell you what our system is confirmed. The ES is neutral and the NQ is neutral. Therefore, you don't do anything. But any place that's going to tell you whether you're buy or sell, you are not going to be able to effectively stay in markets for a long time. I'm not trying to challenge you, bud. I'm not trying to offend you. I am trying to be real, whether other people should be real with you too. You need to learn how to do what we're doing in a live setting, not just ask buy or sell. But with that being said, the ES and the NQ are neutral. There is no play. If you're in US 30, you're loving life with us, but you need to be with us live earlier. We did this live together. Same thing with Russell. So any of you guys that, if you think about different trading concepts that people employ, think about it. If you were someone that wanted, like, you see how many gaps that are here, right? Like, which one is the right gap to be filled? And then that's what's so good about our system. We already tell you there's a 134-point average win. So when we activated these shorts live together and you're a gap trader, well, is it going to be this one or is that going to invert? Or is it going to be this one or is that going to invert? Or is it that final one and now we reverse? You know what I mean? That's what's so good about our system. You already saw that the full average win is 134 points. So now you don't stop at that gap. You don't stop at this gap. And then boom, right there. So you invert two, and then now like normal, you flip off that gap. And now you could have taken two plays, one off of our short, and then now you can long right here. So it's crazy advantage. You guys, you don't have to throw away your concepts. You just finally need something that can bring consistency. Or think about it, like your concepts, if they're 50%ers, we can bring that other 50% you've been missing. You put those together, you would think you'll be 100%. Now you'll be batting about 70%, which is so much better than the average. The biggest thing that we're going to be watching together, everyone, is the fact that the SQQQ is trying to flip bearish over here. So after this played out, so what would happen, guys? If the SQQQ flips bearish, what are you looking for across the board? If this thing confirms bearish, we are looking for longs. We already know that we are not going to get longs on the NQ because you're stuck between two boxes. You're not going to get long on US 30 unless it reverses hard right now off our take profit and closes green. The ES is already green. Again, we have that first confirmation, but you don't have confluence, so like you're in a lower probability trade. I do believe we're just going to chop up for a while and then have another extension downwards just by looking at the boxes. RWM is currently bearish confirmed now. So that was kind of cool, right? After New York Open, RWM is telling you to long Russell. And you can see Russell's now up after those gaps we were talking to you guys about. Amazon done. Apple done. NVIDIA could go into calls here in 6 minutes. Apple could start trending shorts, but there's no confirmation yet. It's still neutral for us. DXY, nothing new. Gold and silver, you could get into shorts here once you close below. We can check GLL. GLL should be going long. That's the opposite of gold, everybody. Watch this middle chart. And nah, man, you're stuck. So on GLL, you could get a bullish confirmation off that, but it's still such a low probability trade. This is one of those times, man, if you're an index person, or sorry, you're a gold or silver person, you might just want to not be very active at the moment. Yeah, man. There won't be much after this now. Was RW neutral until 30 minutes ago? Where is it at? Over here on the right side. Yes, it was. Noah. And then right at New York Open, it printed into shorts, meaning look for longs. So as soon as Russell hit our full average min. Also, remember what I said up here, that RWM and dog, those two charts, they clean up a lot as soon as New York opens. The candles start to look really normal and much easier to navigate, minus these candles that look like crap during the pre-market, because there's no one really playing them during the pre-market session. So now they become very, very effective in helping you guys navigate New York. So watch, if you put dog over here on the right side, you should see it flipping bullish. See, candle bullish. See how the candles are larger now too? That's what I mean about it'll fix itself. So right here, guys, when you saw US 30 pop that 200 points, do you see how dog is now popping that box? Because it doesn't want to go any further. If it can close up here, then US 30 is going to go much lower. But right now, this is where we take profit, where everyone else is trying to not get chopped up down here, going long, short, long, short, long, short, taking quick wins. It's too stressful. Wait to clear the box, and then you can look for it to be more aggressive in your favor. Yeah. And Reedy, I remember you from before, but if you're not over in our Discord, you should go over there because there's no delay. So I'm jumping off now, guys. I hope that I was helpful. True Algo members, keep your alerts on in case I jump on for a second time to help you guys. I'm going to go do my own thing on it now. Yeah, man, today's a good day. I hope in some sense that I was helpful to you guys. Really good wins on US 30 and on the Russell. There's been no play on the ES and NQ so far. System was really good overnight. And any of you guys that are struggling, please reach out to me. I will do my best to assist you guys outside of our live streams. That is what I'm here to do. But yeah, man, congrats to all. And again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you're ever looking for discounts, that's usually what people are always asking for. I always forget to do this stuff because I'm not really into marketing. I'm more into just doing what I just do with you guys and also getting off the stream so I can do it on my own. Again, we are only here to educate and entertain you at all times. And so if you guys are looking for discounts, they are available on the website. Just click that little sales button. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have. I appreciate you guys more than anything and looking forward to repeating this later today. And also we have stream. Actually, tomorrow I am traveling, so there's that. But still keep your alerts on in case I'm able to jump on. We'll see how good the flights can be with internet with good old Elon and their satellite internet. Take care, everybody.